Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I got a bunch of goodies for the kayak that I'm going to be installing today. This new Garmin fish finder. So we're going to get that installed on the boat today. Get the transducer mounted on the bottom. This is the mount that I'm using. It's a Yak Attack fish finder mount. It's another Yak Attack product. It's for the GoPro, so I can get a nice little front shot. Yeah, we'll get this stuff put on, get the kayak ready to go. Probably gonna take it out here in the next few days. All right, so while Abby's running to the hardware store, and Abby, if you watch this, and I'm pretty sure, I hope you do, thank you very much for going to get some screws for me, because it's really frustrating when you lose a little screw like this in the yard. So Abby, thank you again. I really appreciate it, and all the things that you do for me. So you are a true blessing. Anyway, so here is the mounting plate for the Yak Attack, and then this is the actual plate for the fish finder. So apparently for some reason neither one of these companies provide hardware, so you have to go and get some. So the hardware that I found, or that I'm using, obviously stainless, so I'm going with the 832 by half, a pan head screw with some 832 nylon lock nuts. So we're gonna go ahead and put these together. You'll have to put one of your nuts inside here, because once you put this on, when you bolt this together, you won't be able to access it, obviously. So you can go ahead and put your nut in there and then put it down and flip it back over. Then you can go ahead and get your screws to mount this plate to the mount. Very excited for this new addition. So we'll do that, and then you can just, what I did was I left one screw in here, so then you can just swing it over, and then you should be able to pop and then bam, she is mounted, ready to go. Now, bottom mount. Alright, so on this Yak Power they have this little, I don't know what you call it, flat washer nut kind of thing, but it's obviously designed for tracks. So all you have to do is just slide this in here and then tighten her up. Right. But anyway, on the back of the Garmin, you have this little mounting plate, or whatever you want to call it, and it's got this little quick release. So how I put it together is just, it's got this tab here, and it's got little pockets on the inside here. The tab and pockets. So just put it like that and slap it together, and then essentially this just slides right in here. So I don't know if you can see, but I kind of grooved out the insides of these mounting holes, because the holes on the kayak didn't line up just right. So yep, that ain't going nowhere. And it sits nice and flush in there, just how you want it. Alright, so we got that all nice and secure, ain't going nowhere, it's not doing nothing funny. Alright, how does this look? Hey, I'm talking to you. It's okay there. You can take a little bit to the left. Alright, how about now? A little more? Alright, how about now? Never mind. Take it back to the right. So basically where I started, basically, you never make up your mind. Hey, don't walk away from me. I'm talking to you. Well, there she is. Got it hooked up in here. I got the battery. The only thing I got to do is get connectors for the battery, and it'll be good to go. I know you probably can't see, but in the back there behind the battery is where I kept the rest of the wire at, because the transducer wire is so long. So I just rolled that up, stuck that up behind the battery, and as far as the power wire, it's right behind the battery too. And the battery is velcroed, so it's not going to go anywhere. If I want to charge it, all I got to do is just, you know, open this front part up or whatever and take it back out. And there used to be a dry bag in here, kind of similar to this up here, but I took that out, so maybe if I wanted to, I can you know, hook the battery up here, or I might just take this whole top piece loose or whatever and get it hooked up like that. But yeah, that's the only thing I got left to do as far as the fish finder and the GoPro mount. I think it looks pretty good. So I want to give a huge shout out to the Vibe Store in Marietta for hooking me up with the Yak Attack gear, as well as giving me some advice as far as mounting the transducer and everything else. Definitely will be going up there some more for sure. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's a new day. It's actually a very beautiful day. And today we're going to be... Oh, sorry, my phone ringing. Hello? Oh, nothing much. I'm just in the garage organizing my fishing stuff. I'm just going to be building like a little shelf rack for my fishing stuff. No, what do you mean? I'm not fucking up the garage. Alright guys, so now that I got my fishing rack done, I figured I'd go ahead and show you what kind of rods and reels that I use. Maybe the line too, if I can remember what kind of line's on there. The first rods that I'm going to go over are the Whisker Seeker Chad Ferguson full metal jackets. They are 6-7 medium heavy powered, you know, 10 to 15 pound line on here. Or sorry, 10 to 50 pound line on here, which I got 80 pound braid on there. So. And they are paired with the Abu Garcia 6600s with the upgraded power handle on here. And these are really nice. I like these a lot for catfishing. So I have two of these rods exactly identical like this. The other one has a Abu Garcia 7000 on it. This is the other rod here, the same rod, same line. Pretty much everything's the same except for this one has the Abu Garcia 7000 on there. This is a really nice reel. They're all really good rods. I like these rods really good. So, and the next rods that I'm going to show you, they're also Whisker Seeker rods. I actually got these. Bought these from somebody. So they're the same thing, Whisker Seeker, the Chad Ferguson. They're not the F&J series. They're just the regular Chad Ferguson graphite rods. They're 7.6 medium heavy. Pretty much same deal, but it's for a open face. And I have the Quantum Optics 60 on here. Eventually probably going to take that off and put 80 pound braid on here as well. So probably my favorite rod is also another Whisker Seeker rod, but this is it's a 38-inch rod. I paired it with a Abu Garcia bait caster. I think I'm going to upgrade the bait caster, maybe something a little bit beefier, and with the power handle, probably something good for catfish. But we're going to give this rod or this reel a shot here and see how it does. I call this one Junior because obviously it kind of matches my other rods. So we're going to go on to the next group here. This is all my bass fishing stuff. So I have a, let's see, what is this? This is a 13 rod and reel combo. I didn't buy it as a combo, I bought it separately. So it's medium heavy action. It's 7.3 paired with the 13 Inception SZ bait caster. It's a really good bait caster. I think if you watch my kayak fishing video, I believe I used this rod, either that or was the my other bait caster, my Luz, but I caught a good few bass on it and a lot of bowfin or grinnell. I really like this rod, it's really good. This is the other bait caster. This is my Luz Mach 2. This one, yeah, Abby got me this one for Christmas, so I really appreciate it. I really like it. Caught a lot of fish with it, for sure. I'm gonna catch a lot more fish with it on it, for sure. It's a 7 foot medium heavy also. The Mach 2 comes together as a whole package. So you got the rod and reel. All I have to do is just, string it up with some line, whatever you want to go. I think I have 15 pound fluorocarbon on here. It's kind of like greenish, like mossy green or some kind of color like that. So you can see it's not really clear. It's got a little bit of color to it, but I really like this rod. Is my Lose. It's the Laser TXS Speed Stick. This is a 6.6 medium. This is a fast action. I really like it for like finesse fishing. That's the Loose. I like it for finesse fishing, so throwing like wacky rigs or you know, plastics, worms, whatever, anything you want to finesse with. I really like the wacky rig kind of style of fishing. This is my saltwater fishing stuff. I broke this one. I took it to the river to go catfishing with, and I was dragging the kayak through some brush, and I didn't realize that my tip of the rod was snagging some tall grass, and I ended up snapping it. So that's great. But I'm eventually going to get I think it's a 9-foot rod I'm going to get for this to replace the rod. And use it as a surf rod. I definitely used these as surf rods before when we were down in Old Tybee, which I can't wait to go back and do some more surf fishing. But these are the Pin Fierce 3. One has the live liner, which has got a bait clicker on the back. But yeah, I really like these rods. They're a 7-foot medium, extra fast, so they're really good. Really good for surf fishing. If you want to get into it, it doesn't really cost a lot of money. You know, you won't be able to cast as far as like a 12 or 15-foot rod. But yeah, I really like them. You know, really good to catch whiting on it and small stingrays. So Abby's over here giving me a smirk because there was an incident that had happened, but we'll save that story for another time. This rod actually was my first like rod and reel that I bought that I was actually serious about fishing with. I had a Dio reel on it. It was a combo you can get at Academy, and yeah, I caught many a fish on this rod, big and small. But I put I think this is another Lose laser. Was it the Laser TXS reel on here? And this is probably one of my favorite rods. This is a Shakespeare Micro Series Ultralight. It's a 4'6". It's really good for, you know, obviously catching panfish. If you're doing some creek fishing, it's really small, so you get in the tight creeks and you can, you know, throw, you know, cast very well. I also need to reline this reel because I think I have 4-pound mono on it. I'm probably going to go back to 4-pound as well, which is that I've been using it so much. You know, you just use a line over time. But I really like this rod. I actually tried to catch carp on this rod before they drained the reservoir here. So I don't know how this thing will handle on big fish. I want to figure it out. So maybe I can catch some good size carp on it or something. Maybe like a 10 or 15-pound carp on this rod will give me one hell of a fight. But I catch a lot of bait fish with this one. Obviously, you know, if you want catfish, you gotta have some bait. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. You know, subscribe to the channel as always. Trying to get better at putting more content out. So until that, I'll see y'all guys on the next one.